We live. All praise to the Most High. Yah, in the name of His only begotten beloved Son. Yahweh Shai Mashiach, Barbershop Chop Session. Shabbat Shalom, family.
Shabbat Shalom.
The brother Sabbath on in. It's actually our first Barbershop Chop Session in the world. We actually bringing the Sabbath in. We done switch days at the request of some of the people that come and listen. But Nick, what you gotta say? I see you over there smiling. But
I'm just saying, shout out to my sister Ursh, man, for making the house a double.
That's right.
Sister always open the door.
That's right.
Make sure she feed her brother spiritually.
That's right.
Her brothers and sisters spiritually.
All right.
Then we eat, physically and spiritually.
May the Most High guide her hand and bless her and increase her. And I look at him. See, he's clowning. And our sister, for y'all to be hating on the women, our sister actually has a gift of discernment. You know what I'm saying? We've had plenty of conversations with as many people that's living and not living no more based off this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I'm already seeing your end. You better change up. And then that little joke ain't even coming through here no more. He ain't coming through them doors. Like, yeah. So, shout out to the sister. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All praise. So barbershop chop session. All praise. I got my aunt Judah Moshe in the building. Yeah.
It's a pleasure.
I know y'all know this bro right here, man. Hey, but also all praise to the Most High. There's only begotten Son for blessing this brother. He has an increase to his house. Young Judah Israel Junior the second. The second. That's right. Junior the second. Young, hey, let the family know what's up, man.
Yeah, man. Just had a little one, whatnot. Judah Moshe in Israel the second.
That's right.
9 pounds, 5 ounces, 23 inches.
Yeah.
He get it from his uncle me back there, whatnot.
Big old joker too, man. big old short leg. You know what I'm saying? Most High definitely bless and increase the brother family and all that.
Right.
So all praises for the Most High allowing us to come together on Shabbat, throw down. We got a few things. We're going to hit a few parables, actually, and then Sister going to talk about some of the attributes of the Most High and how important that is. We probably can get some personal testimonies as well.
But we can start. We got Miss Back Whipper back there.
Back Whipper, sister
whipping on the
Sister Esther. She go hard on Facebook. she been willing at a whip, boy. Get obedient. Yeah, she been going hard though. You know what I'm saying? But that's what's up. Because whenever it comes from the men, it look like, you know what I'm saying, we being chauvinistic or whatever. But when it comes from the sisters, then it be like it may actually make the sisters pump their brakes and listen, even if they get mad with their mouth turned up. Like the sister, like, look, we need to get ourselves together.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was gonna say that in class before she came down there. Like, look, the Most High gonna hold them accountable. Hey, what about us? You feel me? Sisters in there like, boo-boo face a little taste, but it's the truth. Like, the conversation with the brothers, when we get around each other, we hold each other accountable. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, that brother can't call me up and be like, man, we need to rap. You know what I'm saying? And then he talking about a few things, and I give him some corner advice. If I was you, let's go to the strip club, brother. Nah. I ain't gonna set you on a path to destroy you. You can't. Not that. I'm just saying, like, we can't. If we as brothers get together and hold each other to a certain code, and why the sisters can't do the same thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, emotion can't override nothing because it don't hold up. My emotion don't matter to the Most High. The woman emotions don't matter. The children emotions don't matter. It is what it is. You feel me? Actually, do that first. Isaiah 55. You know I'm going? Like 7 to 11.
I'm 7.
7 or 8 to 11. And let's well, Isaiah 55, like 7 to 11, 8 to 11, one of them. And it's going into how how the Most High think and how he operate. It's not your thoughts. You can't even understand the Most High with your own carnal emotional reason. That ain't how he get down. And he's not sitting on his throne of pure fire like, dang, that brother don't like my word. Let me change my mind. That's not how the Most High get down. right? It's absolute. So when we say emotions don't matter, we're not going into like we're robots, like we're mankind. So you got certain emotions. You get angry, right? You get over emotional. You get jealous. You get all type of stuff. But in the end, that emotion don't stop what the Most High got going. It don't. You feel me? And that's the best way to really deliver it to our people. We can't water nothing down, man. That's what we do a disservice when you're trying to be politically correct with the scripture. Because the scripture is not a politically correct book. You're going to read something there that's going to offend you. That's going to cut you like, whoa. Right? You're going to read something in the scripture that's going to offend you because of how you've been reared in this society. That's a fact. Male or female. You're going to read something and be like, dang, that's crazy right there. You know what I'm saying? But just because you think it's crazy, do it mean the Most High change his mind when it comes to how he get down? It don't. So when we say feelings don't matter, that's what we mean. My feelings don't matter. I could stop being a believer tonight. Y'all forbid. I mean, I'm good as dead. If I ain't doing the work, then I might as well kill me. I don't have nothing else to live for. You understand? But I'm saying, like, if I'm using myself as an example, I could stop doing what's real tonight. And one monkey don't stop no show, Nick Bro. The Most I don't need you. We need him. Right? So let's get this Isaiah 55 out.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 55, and verse 8.
Yes, sir.
For my thoughts are not your thoughts.
With 7. What's 7 say?
Verse 7. Let the wicked forsake his way.
That's where I want to go. Let the wicked forsake his way. His way is what do you call it today? Somebody's way. Right? But what's your way? Your opinion. What you feel ought to be, you know what I'm saying? So he's saying, look, let the wicked forsake his way. Your way, what you think, your own emotional, jacked up on emotion, you wearing your heart on your sleeve, ain't got nothing to do with what the Most High got, man. Nothing. It don't matter. So let the wicked forsake his way or his opinion, his mind. Come on, Hebrew.
And the unrighteous man his thoughts.
Yeah.
And let him return to the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him and to our God.
See, so he say, look, if you forsake that and your own little thoughts, your own little feelings or whatever, return to the Most High. What that let you know, if you jacked up, if you making decisions based off your own opinion and your own thoughts, that's not the spirit of the Most High. You gotta forsake that and then return to him. You see what I'm saying? You return to him as what? His commandments and laws here on your mind and your heart. You're not thinking about nothing based off your own Western mindset. That's one of the main things that killed us as a people. Feel me? We got old folks.
The cancer to your spirituality.
Go ahead. You say what?
I'm saying the cancer to your spirituality. By forgetting who you are, forgetting the power that you belong to, forgetting who you are as a nation of people.
Yeah.
You have adopted your Eurocentric counterpart. You adopted your oppressor, which is against God's command anyway.
Yeah.
He says, envy not thy oppressor.
Yeah.
Choose none of his ways.
That's right. That's right.
So by you assimilating or integrating into this burning building, you already condemned yourself to burn. You put healthy cells who you already was, and you put these cancerous cells in your body. The thoughts. As a man thinketh, so shall he be.
That's right.
Now your vision of beauty is their vision of beauty. You want thinner nose, straighter hair, lighter eyes,
fish lips,
lighter colors. You see what I'm saying? You want Botox.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then you became just, you want these holidays, and then somebody can try to get you back to the person and the culture who you belong to. They your enemy. That's why people say, damn, have I become your enemy because I told you the truth?
That's right. Right. That's right.
But so long as I leave you ignorant, we cool.
Yeah.
It's cancer, man. It's death to your spirit, your body, and your soul.
So the proverbial phrase, God knows my heart. that key, like, man, look, that's one of the main things that kill us, because we to this day we feel that the Most High is deciding, like he's dictating history and time and everything that we living out based off Malachi's feelings in St. Louis. The Like, that's so vain. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I let that go as soon as I got in the truth. Like, I'm not caring about what nobody else got to say. I'm not living my life dictated off what nobody else thinks. If the Most High saying, look, your thoughts ain't my thoughts, how about I try my best to conform my life based off order my steps in your word? That's an old gospel song. Order my steps in your word, dear Lord. Teach me, guide me every day. Yeah.
Somebody be going to church.
Yeah. I was raised in that deal. But knows the words. You feel me? That's the book of Psalms. It says, order my steps in your word, O Lord. So if my steps are supposed to be ordered and dictated based off the words of the Heavenly Father, not nobody's opinion and what somebody thinks. That's crazy. Come on, Doc. What else you say?
It says,
yeah,
for he will abundantly pardon. But my thoughts are not your thoughts.
That's right.
Neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord.
That's right.
For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. Verse 10. For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower, and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void.
So what the Most High speak don't come back void. He don't write rubber checks. You know what I'm saying? What he say don't bounce.
Right.
If he shoot it hit. That's how he get down. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying, look, if your thoughts ain't my thoughts, you can't even begin to like understand the Most High. And our own small little corner P minds, you can't even begin to understand the Most High in your own opinion and wrapped in emotion. You can't.
Even more so with 398 years of baggage.
Yeah.
Even in that land, we understood his judgment was at least more sad. So if we would have saw like the homosexual thing, if we would have saw that homosexual thing back in the land, somebody got killed for it, we actually didn't move the way we moved today about it.
That's right.
Like, we was cool with it.
Yeah.
We understood why that happened.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Today, be like, not my God, not my sweet Jesus.
Yeah.
Loves everything.
But
you know what's crazy too? Like, listen to that verse. Long before America was even established, long before this so-called scientific system was even set up, you just heard the whole concept of precipitation and condensation. I'm just here to distribute. I'm just like, come out of waterfall, turns back to the heavens.
That's right.
We break down science just with simple words.
Yeah.
Long before America was even established.
That's right. That's right.
Long before they wrote in the book. Oh, condensation, precipitation. Read the script, it was there.
It was already.
That's right.
It was already there.
The Lord been dropping.
Look, and he compared it to his thoughts being higher than yours. You feel me? Because the heavens is above the earth. So we get down, and then that's how beautiful the Most High is. He give you something you see every day. Like, you can observe that and test that and say, okay, that's a scientific fact. You know what I'm saying? You can see it, observe it, measure it, test it, put a cup of water outside during the summertime. Measure how high it is. Come back and measure that deal in the evening. You feel me? Same amount of water ain't in there no more. Where did it go? It did what? It evaporated, or what they call. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so where we at? Our Proverbs what?
Still in the 11. Are you going to drop that?
Oh, yeah, you finished at 11.
Okay. 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth.
Yeah.
It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent.
No doubt, no doubt. So again, just emotional wise, whenever we say that, we're not promoting that we're robots. Like, you ain't got no type of feeling. Everybody has some type of emotion or feeling. But it's time for us, especially in these last days, hold that in check. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You getting mad with your lip poked out about what the Most High has in his word ain't gonna stop nothing. Mumble mouthing. Like what he say in that Romans. What if some don't believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without nothing? God forbid. Your unbelief ain't got nothing to do with the Most High stopping what he got going. Nothing. Emotions don't hold up in court. We done seen plenty of folks break down. No, I'm a good person. Judge hit that gap 40 years.
What's it, bro?
That one bro got life we seen the other day. He passed out.
He went passed out?
Well, the sheriffs and them came and picked him up like, get your ass up. What you mean you passing out? Stand up and hear the rest of your sentence. Like it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? He got emotional, passed out, started crying. No. And so what that shows you, even on this level, emotions don't hold up in court when it comes to judgment. So how much more dealing with the Most High? Really? We've been destroyed thinking that. You know what I'm saying? Like, trip off one of our foremothers not that long ago, Harriet Tubman. She couldn't afford to get emotional with Nick Rose. You feel me? She didn't escape, and she made so many trips back down south. And she put herself back in danger to get you free. And then when it was a few brothers that got weak in the faith and wanted to turn back, she put the shotty on. Straight up. Like, I'll body you before I let you go back. See, the mission she was on, she couldn't get emotion. Feel me? At the time, you looking like, oh, you just so harsh. Oh, my God, they're going to kill us. But 100 years later, she's a hero. You see? So again,
she wouldn't be a hero at that time.
No, at that time, she looked at it as a terrorist or a criminal or a traitor. You feel me? But your actions, if they real, they stand the test of time. So when others years later, generally later, come examine, like, no, that was a stand-up brother or sister action. You see how she put her neck on the line to make sure you was good?
No.
Right. At the time, you were scared, oh, no, see, Master Charlie gonna kill us. So she like, I will blow your head off if you even think about turning back around. So that's a sister, like not even 100 years from us. Maybe a little bit over 100 years. You understand? When she died or whatever. But that's a sister barely over 100 years that showed you she couldn't afford, the mission was so serious she couldn't afford to get emotion. They named her Moses. Named her Moses.
Maybe when that's her. Everybody was all lollygagging over this eclipse that just came. Yeah. Not knowing that's the same eclipse that he saw on the same day back in 1821.
Right. Right.
It was August 21st. It was 1821.
August 21st, 1831. 31? He died in 1831. He was born 1800 and died in 1831.
Yeah.
He was 31 when he died.
What they would call Memorial Day.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? But again, our people had that, when they thought they got that word from God, they went straight to power. Yeah. That's what happened. If you in tune with your God, he said, once I started reading that script, everywhere I seen we was in captivity, I see the Lord said deliverance there. Yeah. Salvation was on the way. Yeah. He saw that eclipse, he took the signs in the heavens, because the sun and moon give what? Signs and seas. Right. He said he took that the sign man he went, he killed his plantation owner in 10 and 6. It was ended up about 75 of them jokes. 51 bodies. Largest slave on this side of the plantation. Yeah, and hey, I toasted up to that Hebrew. Yeah. And why everybody tripping off a solar eclipse? That's the exact day where that brother led the largest slave revolt on American soil. On American soil, boy. I toasted it. Yeah, all praises. You know what I'm saying? Because you look at ancestors like that today, you be like, they don't want you to know none of that. They'd rather you be, a dime lemon Negro. Sir, yes, sir. My God, yeah. Or there's somebody that's more of a sit down, go along to get along. What's the sheriff do? No, my God. But yeah, David Clark. Yeah. They rather you be in that spirit than in the spirit of like some type of liberation, or like. It ain't even the spirit of rebellion; it's the spirit of righteousness. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What did Moses do? Is a man who takes a man. You know what I'm saying? Moses seen an Egyptian getting at his brother and he laid him down. Right. The Most High wasn't mad at him. Most High didn't say he sinned. But Moses had to go on a run. He was a fugitive for like 40 years. He had to get him out there. You know what I'm saying?
And to trip off that, he did that, and his people still didn't even respect or honor that. So even if you in that type of life, you can't even be expecting that the people in that generation would honor you, because you like your actions will be looked at like you're too radical. See what I'm saying? Harriet Tubman wasn't honored by the people in her generation. Moses wasn't honored by the people in his generation. The Messiah, Christ, he said, man ain't, you know, in his own town, a man ain't got no one. In his generation, people didn't honor that. You feel me? But when you look back and examine men's deeds years later, you be like, yeah, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? All right, where we at? Yeah, Proverbs 28, 26.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 26.
Yes, sir.
He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool.
He that what?
He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool.
He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool. God knows my heart. That's something else we say all the time today. Heart in Hebrew is lab. You know what I'm saying? Or lab, some people say, whatever. When you look the word up, it actually got to do with your mental, your intellect, your mindset. Not this right here. You know what I'm saying? It actually got to do with this. Out of the heart proceedeth evil thoughts. All right, so he that trusteth in his own mind or heart is a fool. Go ahead.
But whoso walketh wisely, he shall be delivered.
You'll be delivered if you walk wisely. Walking wisely is according to the commandment statutes of the Most High. That's what walking wisely is. You'll be delivered if you walk wisely. But if you running around here talking about God knows my heart, you sadly mistaken. Like, your heart is evil. Your heart is evil, according to the script. All right, with Jeremiah 17?
Yeah,
like
book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked.
And what kind of wicked?
And desperately wicked.
Job, what it mean to be desperate? What it mean to be desperate? What that mean? That's that the heart is what is it?
It says, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked.
And desperately wicked. So your heart is deceitful above everything you can name. Meaning your mind is deceitful. Remember we just read his thoughts are not your thoughts, right? So he just said your mind is deceitful above everything and desperately wicked. What does desperate mean? Somebody said Job was desperate. What that mean?
Do something.
Desperate, thirsty. What they call people out here today, he thirsty, she thirsty. You know what I'm saying? So you're anxious to be wicked. Your heart is deceitful and desperately wicked. What is that?
It says the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it?
Who can know it? Right? Who can actually know his own mindset? So if your mindset ain't the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, then at any moment you can go left field. At any moment. He asked a question. Remember I came over here Wednesday, and we was asked a question about what's the new covenant and who does it apply to? Remember that? And we went into what it was, right? And then who it applied to, right? But that's important because what we're dealing with right here with these scriptures about the heart. Desperately wicked, who can know it? So that's a heart or a mind that doesn't have the law, statutes, and commandments on it. That's not a heart that's a heart that doesn't. That ain't a heart of somebody that's striving to be down with the Most High. You feel me? Because being down with the Most High, his spirit, his word, the Father, the Word, the Spirit are one. So if you are following his word, you don't want to accord with the spirit. Yeah. But then you already yielding your members to serve the Most High. It's the same exact thing. So remember what we was asking. We was asking about what is the new covenant and who does it apply to, right? Jeremiah 31, 31, 31, 34. Jeremiah 31, 31 to 34. Then we hit Hebrews 8 and 8 after that. Because this is important. My bad, but look, this is important because we just read the heart is deceitful. Who can know it? He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool. We just read it, right? All right, so that's a heart or a mind that's void of the commandments of the Most High.
That's right.
That's what that is. All right. So the new covenant, Jeremiah 31.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, and verse 31.
Yes, sir.
Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was a husband unto them, said the Lord.
So notice it says it applies to who? Who's it apply to? I'm gonna make a new covenant with who? Israel and Judah. It didn't even say the whole world. You see how the world got you think, like you run into people today and say, I'm under the new, the new covenant. You hear that all the time.
Straight up, bro.
And then you ask them, well, what is it and who would apply to? And they have no answer.
All that beliefs.
Even our elder sister that was sitting right here today, I asked her because she said she has the anointing. You know, the anointing is on her. You know what I'm saying?
She had to tell you, huh?
Yeah, she had to
tell you.
Oh, but I asked her. I mean, she in the flesh, she's a good sister. You know what I'm saying? She actually sincere. She just offered her text. You know what I'm saying? So I asked her right out the gate because I know that's what you want. What's the new covenant? Who would apply to? She had to think for a minute. But then the answer she gave didn't line up with what you read. You feel me? And I'm like, look, come on, sister, that should be a problem. It should be a problem because you the one claiming that you're anointed with the Holy Spirit. You feel me? God's Spirit is in agreement with His word.
Right.
So you should, your answer should have been what this word is saying right here. Yeah. That she was qualified to teach. What else to say?
Verse 33.
Yeah.
But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said the Lord.
Yeah.
I will put my law in their heart, their inward parts.
The new covenant is the law of the Most High in their inward, in your spirit. It's etched or carved into your spirit. Not on the tables of stone, like Moses came off the mount with the tables of stone. They had it written on. It go from the stones to your spirit. Right up in here. All right, what else to say?
It says, and will write it in their hearts.
Yeah.
And will be their God.
Yeah.
And they shall be my people.
You notice the word heart is there. Just like he said, if you believe in your own, trust in your own heart, you a fool. The heart is deceitful above everything. That's a heart that does not, or a mind that does not have the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High.
That's right.
Anybody rocking like that, at any moment they can sail you downriver. Any moment. Feel me? That will be your loved ones, you love them and all that. You know what I'm saying? But if their heart or their mind is void of the commandments of the Most High, bruh, the right deal come through, you sold. Get him on out of here. Yeah, he's right over there. He down there at that building on 30 with them renegade niggas that believe all type of biblical stuff. Get him on out of here. I'll tell you right where you can find. You feel me? All right, what else you say?
Verse 34.
Yeah.
And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord. For they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith the Lord. But I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more.
Notice, so that show you really we haven't fully come into the new covenant. We in transition right now. You ain't under the old covenant, because if that was the case, you would be sacrificing animals on the Temple Mount dealing with Moses. So we're past that, but pushing into the new covenant. So we practicing to inherit the kingdom. You see what I'm saying? Which makes sense, because you can't show up at the game and ain't practice. How you show up for the kingdom and you don't know what's going on? Like, what they doing over there? What is they doing? Like, you ain't been practicing. That's what we do now. We just rehearsing the righteous acts of the Most High. Feel me? So when you say you can't trust in your heart, that's a heart that's void of the commandments of the Most High. Anybody here should be able to rattle off the 10 commandments with ass.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, anybody should be able to do that. Like, you know your favorite songs and all that. You still know how to ride a bike. We rode a bike in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Some of us went swimming in 15, 20 years. You should know how to swim. All of it. know what I'm saying? So if these things, and the point being, had it been repetitious, you've been in church your whole life, had it been repetitious, repeated, you should still know it.
That's right.
You should still know it. All right. Second witness to it, Hebrews 8. Yeah, yes,
The
sir.
book of Hebrews, chapter 8, and verse 7. For if that first covenant had been faultless, there shall no place have been sought for the second. For finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, said the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continue not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord.
Notice when we didn't continue in this covenant, the Most High didn't regard us. You look at somebody like that, like they harsh today. Like you break it down to a relationship situation. You feel me? Most High, the husband, the nation of Israel, the wife, right? The wife, like, I ain't listening to what you got going on. It said right there, the husband said, I ain't even regard you for that. You feel me? Like you ain't doing what you ain't being obedient to what it is. You ain't being regarded. Today you look at like, oh my God, he's chauvinistic. He's so evil. You see what I'm saying? It shows you how backwards we are as a people.
Right.
Because yo, God, like, look, hey, look, I love you. I got you, but you better do what I command you to do.
So we have that what's called unconditional love.
No, love is conditional.
Unconditional.
That's right. That's what we think today, like it's unconditional, no matter what. In other words, unconditional means there's no boundaries.
Right.
You just do whatever you want.
Right.
And you have to just, forgive me.
I love you anyway.
Right? But that ain't how the Most High get done. Actually, when you go to the book of Hosea, he said, look, I'm going to go fall back.
Let me pull that too.
Until, Hosea 5, 14, 15. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go fall back until you acknowledge your wickedness.
I'm going to hit that fault first.
Okay, babe. He say, Hosea 5, verse 4. We're going to read verse 14 and 15. He tell you flat out, in your affliction, you'll be looking for me. When everything goes bad, you're going to be looking. I don't know why my stuff still claiming to be on airplane mode. I don't know what all that's about. It should be good though. Ding, ding, dang. You all good?
Yeah.
I think we all good.
The Moshe Malachi Maccabee.
Yahoo. Shalom. So it's always it's always boundaries. It's always stipulations. It ain't never you doing whatever you want to do. You can't speed down Natural Bridge right here if you want to. Every time me and Nehemiah pull up here to the shop, it's always some police pulling somebody over. And that's showing you can't just do whatever you want to do, man. It don't work like that. No. It never has. It never has. So whenever we start thinking that, you know what I'm saying, we doing ourselves a disservice. Look at Big O. Shabbat Shalom, Uncle O. Uncle O in the building. Bed Israel.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
Shalom, y'all. There's a lot of comments I ain't got a chance to read.
Hey, can y'all hear us? We should be good. I think this deal saying I'm on airplane mode right there. But it still say live. We should be straight. All right, bro, where you at?
I'm still in. I got the Hosea in there.
Yeah, let's do Hosea.
All right. The book of Hosea, chapter 5 and verse 4. They were not framed from their doings to turn unto their God. But the spirit of whoredoms is in the midst of them.
You hear what he said? He said, you won't turn from what you're doing evil to get down with your God. The spirit of whoredoms. And look, he ain't even talking physical. Like we so caught up in physical whoredom, you ain't even tripping off spiritual whoredom.
Right.
If you are a rebel, if you're rebelling against your God, your God calls you a hoe. That don't sound good.
Better read Ezekiel 16.
It don't even feel good. You feel me? He, as a nation of people, he called us hoes. And we so mad. Oh my God! Not me. I'm virtuous. You in denial, which means don't even know I'm lying. You in denial. Everybody can't be virtuous. The nation of Israel for sure ain't been virtuous. We the most rebellious people on the planet.
Man.
You feel me? So out the nation. Every man or woman breathing oxygen. Come on. If we as a nation are rebellious, how is everybody in the nation virtuous? It don't make sense. We in denial. We know we've been rebelling against the Most High. We have. All right, go ahead, bro.
It says, they will not frame their doings to turn unto their God. But the spirit of whoredoms is in the midst of them, and they have not known the Lord. Verse 15, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense.
Know what he say? I'm going to go return to my place. I'm going to fall back until you acknowledge that you went against me. So the Most High just don't automatically forgive you for nothing. That's another misconception about him.
Right.
You can just be evil as all hell now. Well, I know God knows my heart. I love Jesus. He's just going to forgive me. Stop it. Stop it. If you wrong anybody, you have to go holler at that person, right? So if you got to go holler at man or woman to, like, look, sister, I tripped. I should have did that. I was on some other, bruh, I was on some, you know what I'm saying? Please forgive me. Before you can even forgive me, someone has to acknowledge they went off. Somebody was wrong in the situation. You know what I'm saying? Then the healing process can start. Then the forgiveness process can start. So it's the same with our God. He said, look, man, I'm going to go fall back until you acknowledge your iniquity. You got to acknowledge that. Now, how comfortable you feel going to the Most High saying, Lord, I've been a hoe. I done flirted with every God under heaven. I've been doing whatever the hell I want to do. I've leaned to my own opinion, my own way. You feel me? But still, that takes somebody that has some type of level of humility. Our people today will go to the grave before they confess their sin. Our people, my family, boy, tell you, they ain't sinned in 40, 50 years. Old people, sin. You feel me? Got all type of hog remnants around their throat regions. Talking about they ain't sinned in 30, 40, 50 years. Be gossiping. You understand? Be doing all type of evil. And when certain calamities happen to them as a warning from the Most High, they don't even consider it. They going through that. The doctor said it's got too much salt in my life, you know. You never consider I'm going through this because I've been going against the Most High. That don't never come across our people's mind. That's how dangerous that church doctrine is. But you're already saved. Once saved, already saved. I don't sin. You feel me? Because if you don't sin, then you can never arrive to the point and confess that you've been evil. You can never arrive and say, "Well, I need to repent." That's crazy, man. So our people will straight go to the grave without confessing and repenting to the Most High. Please forgive me. Dangerous doctrine. All right, what else say out?
It says, I will go and return to my place to acknowledge their offense and seek my face in their affliction they will seek me early.
And when you getting all hell put on you, your rear end getting kicked up past your shoulder blade, then you're gonna say, oh Lord. Feel me? The nigga been evil as all hell and get shot. First person he hollered for is the Lord. Oh Lord. Oh God. You feel me? Why you gotta wait till you being afflicted to call him the Most High? It's a sickness we got, man. We some straight rebels. It'd be good to find out you were Hebrew, one of God's chosen, but then, that's the sweet part of it. Then here comes the bitter aspect of it. You part of the people that sold out all the prophets. I go ahead.
Deuteronomy 9:24. You have been rebellious against the Lord from the day that I knew you.
You hear that? From the day that I knew you, you've been a rebel. That's deep. First Samuel 15, 22.
Same spirit. First Samuel chapter 15, verse 23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft.
There it is. If you rebelling against the Most High, you might as well be a practicing witch. Rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft.
And stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry.
And if you bullheaded, you an idolater. Bullheaded, you an idolater. If you're a rebel, you a witch. You see how the Most High don't play the in-between game? Ain't no gray areas with him. You either down or you're not. Revelation 3:16. You either down or you're not. You either down or you're not. You understand? If you ain't, or even if you try to play like a fence striper, he spit you out his mouth. The Most High is not dealing with no milk toast Israelites. None. You either down or you ain't down. You feel me? Or what we call fair weather. Fair weather Israelites, got your hands in your pocket, just shooting the breeze, You know what I'm saying? You just, I don't mean to offend anyone. I'm just here just to
neutral, huh?
Yeah, you're neutral. You have on neutral game colors. No. Right.
That's right.
He's not dealing with them. Not dealing with them. They're neutral. So they say. But he tell you, look, if that's how you get down, you're not down with me. You either ice cold or flaming hot. There is no lukewarm. Trip off, you ever trip out, you try to drink you some tea that's lukewarm. It's nasty. It's nasty. I need my tea hot. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get all that, all that broke up in there. Drink some lukewarm tea, you be ready to pour it down the drain. All right, come on, bro. What's up?
The book of, yeah, that's right, bro. Good point. The book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 16.
Yes, sir.
So then, because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
You hear what he said? You're going to get spit up out his mouth because you play in the gray area. You're a fair weather Israelite. Right? Everybody should be fighting to not be that. You don't want to be no fair weather, Like you just, I'm not here to cause no problems. I'm just here just to feel like you should always be aiming to make your people think, get better. You know what I'm saying? To check themselves. That's how you should be. That's how you should be. It should never be like, everybody likes you because you're neutral. You know what I'm saying? You should always be trying your people. Like, why you act like that? Think, why do we do that? Like, you should always be trying and testing your people because you love them, right? If you lukewarm, if your people are lukewarm, Most High ain't dealing with them. You got something to do.
Luke 6:46.
Good one. Why you call me Lord? You don't do what I tell you to do. What does it say out?
And why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say?
You don't even do the things. I'm the Hebrews. Michael now. By how you call me Lord, but you don't do what's commanded of you. How that make sense? Shalom, Hebrew. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Twist that lock.
That's what you saw.
Twist that lock for me right there. With the friend. This brother Micah and this brother Push right there. Hey, this our sister right here that own the shop. This This Malay back here. Malay, hold your hand up. With that hammerhead joker right there.
Who don't want to be on the line.
Yeah. That's what it do. That's right. Read that Luke 6:46 all the time.
Got you, bro. Got you.
We in Luke 6:46.
The book of Luke, chapter 6 and verse 46. Wow. And why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say?
So that's the point. Like, how you call the Most High Lord, but you don't do what's commanded. It don't make sense. None of it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Many people claim that I love the Lord. I just love. That's lip service.
Or even love their husband. Call him Lord.
Lip service.
And don't do what he says.
But I ain't keeping commands and orders. You understand? Nah, I'm talking about being retarded. Like, come on now. Most I give you common sense for a reason. If he told you jump off the Empire State Building, you know better. Like, come on now. You feel me? Because certain questions come out like that. Yeah, like, what if he told me? Yeah, what if he told me to commit suicide? You feel me?
Right.
I'm just saying, like, I'm talking about, like, even that.
Like, your husband got 2 wives.
Yeah.
He should then tell you transgress law. He sit there and say, they with their women.
Well, that's like, yeah.
That's violation. So again,
It's not a God, it's not a
exactly. Or a brother brought me a situation last week to where a sister was in like danger of her losing her life. You understand? Danger of losing her life, and in her mind, she like, but can I leave? Like, I'm just talking about, like, that lets you know how deeply scarred we are as a people. The Most High ain't gave you common sense for nothing, man. If you getting a wig beat off your head and your life is in danger, you know what time it is. On the road. It's time to get up out of there. Right. Scripture tell you the Most High called us into peace. You feel me? So, but
the man not to hurt his woman, it's like he wouldn't hurt his own
exactly, and there's many other scriptures behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Your life for her.
Yeah.
Gave his life for the church.
Exactly. So you putting somebody's life in danger. They're gonna yock right there. Open that. That's yock. Yeah. Open that door right there.
Yeah.
That's you gotta unlock the door. Hey, bro, here, man. That Hebrew saying his work, bro. Well, you don't work a 14-hour shift, brother. Here, hit that. Lock the door right there. Nah, right there, yeah.
Shalom, bro.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, you. Hey,
right, you see Rudy song.
See that Hebrew right there, man? Right. That boy got his crucifix on, man. You better not have your crucifix on, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, it's some yard bird over there. You know what I'm saying? Some yard bird out there. You rude. Yeah, you all good, Aki? All praise. I need Malachi 1:68. So, Malachi 1:68. We all good. All praise. Good, you brothers can slid on through. You know what I'm saying? Malachi 1:68. Then let's get into some of these parables, man. Parables of the Messiah is what we're going into. Parables. You feel me? An earthly story with a heavenly meaning.
That's right.
So all praise. And y'all.
The parable wouldn't be all or against the will of God.
Not at all. Not at all. And for y'all, it's usually way more packed than we be here on Wednesdays. Everybody that was requesting it didn't even show up today. Ain't that crazy?
Except for our girl Malay in the back.
Malay, want to stay off the camera? Let me turn the camera. Right. Let me turn the camera.
Get on camera.
What you say, little joke? Yeah,
Very young Ellie, that would be my brother on the Shabbat.
praise. All right, so look, we're going to hit this Malachi 1, I believe it's like 6 to 8, then we're going to get some of these parables of the Messiah.
The book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 6. A son honoreth his father, and a servant his master. If then I be a father, where is my honor?
So he's saying, look, the son honors his father, a servant honors his master. So the Most High saying, I'm a father. Where is my honor? Where is my honor? And I'm your father. See, we got our people today claiming I love the Lord, but there's no honor in him. You understand? Because why? Because they're doing everything under the sun that's against them. That's not honor. Let's read that.
It says, a son honoreth his father, and a servant his master. If then I be a father, where is mine honor? And if I be a master, where is my fear? Saith the Lord of hosts unto you. O priests that despise my name, and ye say, wherein have we despised thy name? You offer polluted bread upon mine altar, and ye say, wherein have we polluted thee?
So he say, look, you done put polluted bread on my altar. Most I say, I want the best bread.
That's right.
What you doing putting polluted bread on, spoiled bread with mold on it? You gonna put that on my altar? Go ahead, Doc.
And that ye say, the table of the Lord is contemptible. And if you offer the blind for sacrifice, is it not evil? And if you offer the lame and sick, is it not evil? Offer it now unto thy governor. And it says, will he be pleased with thee or accept thy person?
Like if you went before somebody that was noble, or somebody like not us, but if you went before somebody like, you know, you was an average cat, you went before the mayor of the city, or the Pope, or the president, you wouldn't offer him nothing that would, you would be trying to impress him, in other words. You wouldn't be offering him something that was like scrap, something you got out the Goodwill. You feel me? So he said, look, if you offer men your best, how you don't offer me your best? You won't get a man. You won't go, if you got a phone call today and said you got to go stand before the president, you gonna go bring him your best. You gonna spend your money and bring him something so he can be what? Impressed. You're not gonna go right down here to the Goodwill, to Dollar Tree, or nowhere. Get him something you can buy with 4 quarters. And again, I'm talking about people that's, you know, in the corner. Like me, I wouldn't show up before, you know, none of your dignitaries. But I'm just saying, if you was in the world, your mindset would be, dang, the president just rang my phone. I want you to come holler at him. Well, when you come holler at him, you're gonna bring him something that impresses.
Best clothes on.
Yeah. No, get your hair done, smelling good, slick bottoms on, earn your church clothes. We earning them deals and everything. Right? So he's saying, like, look, if you do that for men, how you don't get down for me? We ass backwards, man. Where you at? You done with it?
Yep.
All right, let's go to Luke 12. Let's get into some of these parables. Luke chapter 12. Mina say we talking about it. She on the comment board. Shout out to Mina. Where my little jokers at?
Ariel say he's trying to get in too, so he said Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Look at you. Mina say, don't be talking about me when I can't defend myself. Y'all deep tonight, LOL.
Luke 12, what?
15.
Verse 15.
What, 15?
Yeah.
Praise. Shabbat Shalom, family. Let's get it done.
Right.
We'll get into some of these parables too. Parables is where it's at.
That's right. The book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 15. And he said unto them, take heed and beware of covetousness.
That's right.
For a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of things which he possesses.
Now look, Paul's right there. That's deep. He say, take heed and beware of what he say?
Of covetousness.
Covetousness, which is what? What's covetousness, Mike?
Like you lusting after the
Yeah, that's what it is. Like it ain't even like, all right, well, he got a big house. I can strive to get me a big house. It ain't even that. It's like I want his house.
I'm gonna do whatever it takes.
Yeah, I'm gonna do whatever. You feel me? So the Messiah say, take heed and beware of covetousness, because your life don't consist of the abundance of the things that you have, that you own. That's flip side of what this society teach you. You feel me? The more you got, the better off you are. He's successful. Y'all know how that goes, man. You feel me? God forbid you was driving and then, 6 months later got to catch a ride somewhere. Or you on the bus, right? You a weak-minded Negro, that'll break you. You understand? But if you're somebody that really don't care like about none of this material stuff, you're like, hey, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Hey, all praises. Let's keep doing His work. You know what I'm saying? So, but the Messiah says something key right there. Your life don't consist of the abundance of how many material possessions that you own. That's not your life, right? So let's keep reading. He break it down deeper. Go ahead.
Verse 16.
Yeah.
And he spake a parable unto them, saying,
Beautiful.
The ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruits. And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater.
So look, his mindset is what? You a business owner, right? So if the opportunity comes to expand, time to expand, right? So that's what he's thinking. He's thinking carnal. You understand? And look, expanding your businesses on this side ain't nothing wrong with it, right? But we're gonna go into his mindset. Like, what was he really on? Right? Let's read, bro.
Verse 18 again.
Yeah.
And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater. And there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thy ease, eat, drink, and be merry.
You hear what you say? Like, you good. You understand? Like, you ain't worried about what we all worried about. Bills and, you feel me? This bill's short and I got to do this and I pay this bill this month and that bill. He ain't worried about none of that.
Yeah, this 401k and everything.
Yeah, he's straight. He ain't worried about your worries you got. He's straight. Take your ease. Eat, drink, and be merry. All right, go ahead, Hebrew.
But God said to him, thou fool.
Thou who?
Thou fool.
That means you lack wisdom. That's someone that's void of wisdom. He got riches. Feel me? Bills paid up for years. He ain't tripping off none of that. So in the eyes of man, he's successful. But in the eyes of the Most High, he's a fool. He's a fool, like the orange pervert, Donald Trump.
What you call him?
The orange pervert. And it's crazy because he's a billionaire heathen. You can't tell him nothing. Nothing. He gonna take, look, whatever.
Another reason why he got the way he is in the White House, why he moving more different than any president y'all ever saw. Because he already was the president as far as how you say it. He's a billionaire. The paycheck he gets from the White House ain't enough because of his fuel costs and his travel. He used the money from the White House he made as the president to pay taxes. Gotta have that back. Taxes.
Yeah, he's arrogant heathen. He ain't worried about nothing, right? But that which is esteemed in the eyes of God, esteemed in the eyes of man is an abomination in the eyes of the Most High. Push, you want to grab it for me? Grab Luke 16:15 for me. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 20 again. But God said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee.
Ooh.
Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided? So is he that layeth up treasure for himself,
right,
and is not rich toward the Most High.
That's the problem. The problem was you was rich towards yourself, and you took no time to get your spirit right with the Most High.
And things to do, huh?
Yeah. Check ain't big enough.
That's another life story like this too.
Go ahead, I say what?
In Matthew 19, about the rich man, he had some good masters.
Yeah.
What good thing I might do, or what must I do to have eternal life?
That's right.
We all had.
That's right.
He broke down the commandments, thing about being like, hey, I kept all alone. He told me, sell all you have and follow me. Basically, the kingdom is right here with you.
Right. Remember, he said he kept it from when his youth up.
Yeah.
So he kept the laws. You know what I'm saying? But listen, he broke that main commandment, though. Number one. That's the way I perceive it. Because he held his riches above no God.
No other gods.
He couldn't let that go. Riches.
Don't name the one that he
Riches. Oh, well, I'm going my riches, man. He kept all the other ones. He couldn't let the riches go. That was his God. That was his stronghold.
He went away sorrowful.
Yeah.
And then look, when you're rich, you can make it real convenient for you. Like when you don't have, it's more of a trial to do what is right, because you constantly tempted to do what's wrong to get you something. I'm talking about when you don't have nothing.
You don't have nothing.
When you don't have nothing, you're constantly tempted to do something to get something. But when you got something and you boasting about keeping a commandment, it's like, really, how hard is it for you to do that? You understand?
Yeah.
Like you rich already. You got it to where
you gotta keep those riches.
Yeah.
The wickedness they do keep.
Yeah, no doubt.
Rome used to say that's why God don't allow most of us to hit the lottery. As soon as you hit the lottery, you forget all about God.
What else?
As long as you're in need of the Lord, you'll call on him. As soon as you get when you think you're good, you won't call on him.
I mean, those that ain't down.
And that ain't perfect. You understand?
Yeah. Yeah. That's real talk. What else you say?
That was it for that?
No, he read.
Okay, all right. And he said unto his disciples, therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life.
Do what?
Take no thought for your life.
Now that's the opposite of what society teaches. You talk to take diligent care for your life. You feel me? You got every day planned out for the next 30 years, don't you? Huh? You good. You took very careful thought for your life. But the Messiah says, don't even take no thought for your life. You understand? That don't mean be careless. He just going into like, look, either you got faith in the Most High or faith in yourself. You understand? What else you say?
And he said unto the disciples, therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life.
Yeah.
What shall you eat? Neither for the body. What shall you put on? The life is more than meat. Yeah. And the body is more than raiment.
That's so beautiful. Your life is more than what you eat. And your life is more than what you putting on.
Can I read that again?
Yeah, please. Please.
Thank you, brother. Okay.
Please.
That's right. Verse 23 again. The life is more than meat. And the body is more than raiment.
Body is more than the clothes you got on. Now, against society again, because you get killed over some Jordans today.
Man.
Right? When I was coming up in school, the women would pass out a report card on what men dress the best. And then look, all you niggas is getting y'all clothes, your parents buying your clothes when you're done talking. So it ain't like he making his own money going to the store buying his clothes. I'm talking about grade school. I'm talking we in 5th, 6th grade.
Right.
You feel me? 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. You niggas ain't out here. Some out here, little side hustling, little nickel bags here and there. But for the most part, these Negroes is not out here. There ain't no drug lord and no 11. Right? So the clothes he got on before they started making everybody wear a uniform to school, the clothes he got on is the clothes his parents bought him. You feel me? But how thrown off was we that the girls are passing a report card around school and say who dressed the best. He, A, B, he.
That was her.
Mally got a C minus. They got a C minus.
Well, we grew up in the time where we look at the back.
Remember
that? See if it was real.
Yeah, see if you had a real Tommy Hill thing on.
Tongue of your shoe.
Yeah. You get drove. But you see, so that's breeding you for later on in society to where you be so materialistic. And what's none of that mean, man? I mean, real talk. It's real. But then you grow up to hear Tommy Hilfiger don't even like you. Right. Don't even like you niggas. Like, I just make my clothes for black folk. What else to say?
Verse 24.
Yeah.
Consider the ravens, but they neither sow nor reap, which neither have storehouse nor barn.
Yeah.
and God feedeth them.
He says, so look at the birds, right? They ain't got refrigerators. You got refrigerators. They don't got cupboards. You got cupboards. They don't even work as hard as you work for your food, and the Most High still feed them. Go ahead.
How much more are you better than the fowl?
You way more valuable than fowls and birds. And they ain't even stressing how you stressing. Yet they eat every day and got a spot to sleep in and take care of their family every day and every night. But you worry. All right, what else, sir?
Verse 25.
Yeah.
And which of you, with taking thought, can add to his stature 1 cubit?
Yeah, you can worry until you die, right? I'm 5'7" ¾ I can worry as much as I want. I never see 5'8". I got my Timbos on, boots on or something. Maybe 5'8" or something. I definitely ain't seen 6 foot or 5'10". He said, well, you can worry all you want, take as much thought as you want. You gonna add to your statue 1 cubit, 1 inch. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 26.
Yeah.
And it says, if you then be not able to do that thing which is least, why take ye thought for the rest?
Like this is least. You can't even make yourself grow. Why are you worrying about everything else? What else to say?
Consider the lilies, how they grow.
Nah, he said you was looking at the birds first, right? Look at the flowers. There's flowers right outside this door right here. Right, go ahead.
Consider the lilies, how they grow.
Yeah.
They toil not, they spin not. And yet I say unto you that Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these.
Look at the flowers. Look at the lilies. Solomon in all his glory wasn't decked out like these flowers right here.
Oh,
these flowers look better than Solomon in his heyday. And they don't work nowhere near as hard. They don't even work how you work just to clothe yourself. What else to say, Al?
If then God so clothe the grass, which is today in the field, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, how much more will he clothe you?
How much more will he clothe you what?
Oh, ye a little faith?
See, so you worrying about the wrong things. If you got little faith, that means you worrying and you doubt. He said if he clothes grass, the more that grass will be burnt up. That grass will be in the oven tomorrow. Right? But the Most High took time to make sure today it was dressed properly.
That's right.
So if he did that for grass, for flowers, how much more will he clothe you? You are more valuable than flowers and grass. We worry about the wrong thing. Like, dang, I wore them jeans on Tuesday. It's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
All right, so what? I wore that shirt last Sabbath. I ain't got no clean shirt. It's gonna get wore again. It is what it is. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 29.
Yeah.
And seek not ye what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, neither be ye doubtful mind. For all these things do the nations of the world seek after, and your Father knoweth that ye have need of these things.
He said the Gentiles trip off all that, man. Y'all not Gentiles, are y'all? We not Gentiles? They said let the Gentiles worry about Gentile business. Right? That's what they do. They worry about what they gonna eat. They worry about what they gonna put on, what's happening for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Labor Day.
Labor Day, all that madness you did. What else say?
But rather seek ye the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you.
Seek the kingdom of the Most High, and everything shall be added to you. That's beautiful. All right, drop it. We're gonna knock it to That's the one. That's the one you like. That.
Yeah, that's the one I like.
That's that prosperity right there.
Right.
Good Joe trying to bookmark his
Read the
notes.
chapter.
Read the whole chapter. Read all the 12.
It's from Melly. We'll read the whole chapter.
Read the whole chapter, little Joe. Yeah, man, you tripping, man.
Man, I'm reading to I'm like, yeah, that's good. Like, read the whole chapter. Man, read the whole chapter.
Read the whole chapter, man.
I ain't reading this chapter.
Go to Matthew 13. It's a beautiful parable.
Yeah.
Let's get her done.
I love breaking this down.
Matthew 13. And it's like it's plenty of brothers. This is a beautiful parable because there's plenty of brothers in this late hour. 13. That's Matthew 13. It's falling off. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Running out of gas, falling off. I had put a post up on Facebook by the brother that a lot of folks came to the truth on this video. Cat named SHALOM or something like that.
Yeah.
Man,
I know you talking about.
He used to make some videos, you know, he had a large following. But it's a sister that sent me his response about the whole Israelite movement in my email. She was like, look, check your email. So I was like, man, look, this cat used to be going hard. He ain't even mentioning the Most High no more.
That's the one who used to make the Bible and rock?
Yeah, him like that. Yeah. And so I put a video up. He was talking about aquaponics, growing flowers and water. And he just looked weird. You feel me? Lost all this weight, lost all type of stuff, right? I put a video up like, look, dude used to go hard, but he, you know, kind of fell off. It was a mixed post. Some people like, oh, y'all hating on him. Maybe he just trying to get his money, you know. So while I posted it, this sister hit me in the inbox and said, look, check the email. She got a response out of it, right? Response long as a mug. I got my email, long as a mug. She's like, look, this is his response. He actually said share it on Facebook, but I didn't want to do it because of some of the new people who may have watched this video just got woke up. You know what I'm saying? But see, I want to share it with you. I ain't share it with nobody else. Man, dude straight turned his back on the Most High. Yeah. He on her like, look, I let the whole... Yeah, like, don't birth. I'm like, look, we done researched the matter already. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude turned his back on the God of Israel. You dig? Man, he's singing Christmas carols and all type of stuff. Look, what? Yeah, he Christmas carols.
Look, this dude actually, man, look, like God said, this dude did some great work.
Yeah.
Like, he woke a lot of people up.
Now look, guess how long he was in the script. Guess how long? What you think?
Give him his decade.
15 years?
His decade.
Say a decade, what you think?
About 3 years.
3 years? What you think, sis? 2 or 3 years? What you think?
7, maybe.
He was in the truth 6 months.
Wow.
6 months. He left the Israelite belief 2 years ago. His video's still waking up brothers though. You feel me?
Somebody gave him a good script to read. You know, somebody, I don't know.
No, what it is, we about to read about them seeds.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Parable of the seed. That's exactly what happened to this brother. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people like, well, no, you know, just, you know, pray. Like, look, when you read the email that I got, it ain't no praying for him. He didn't straight turn his back. He's like, look, I'm good on any of that. And he's so like 930 nonchalant. Like, look, if what you got is the truth, why you ain't spreading it? It's not my job to even tell you. Find out for yourself. That's our attitude he got. I'm like, what kind of madness is that? Like, nigga, if you got the truth, spill it.
That's right.
Like, what you got? No, I don't want to change anyone's mind.
Right.
Research for yourself and find out for yourself. That's exactly what it is. It's a cop-out. But in there, he reveals that he left the Israelite movement 2 years ago. He was only in the truth 6 months. But gained the largest YouTube following, like, in history. That quick. Because he was one of them brothers that was, like, real articulate.
Eloquent in his speech.
You know what I'm saying? He sort of spoke with someone. We a little rough around the edges, let's tell you. You might hear a little. You might hear a word that offends you every once in a while. Like, we not like, we not boo-boo mouth Hebrews. We don't just.
Like the damn fool I heard, oh,
yeah, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hear something like that, you be like, oh my God. But look, brothers been hand to the plow. Some brothers in here well over a decade. You know what I'm saying? And with your beliefs, see, that's the test of your character when your faith can be tried. The bottom line. What's that deal? Shabbat
Like
shalom.
they really go to the bottom.
See, the test of one's character is when what he believes, he can sit in the hot seat and take them fiery darts. You understand? And then explain what it is he believes. Like, that's the test of one's character. That's the test of one's character. Not that you can reinvent yourself every time somebody proves you wrong. Like, what you believe is the truth, you should be able to sit right in the hot seat, take them fiery darts, and still in the end endure and still have the same type of faith. You know what I'm saying? Because you can studied up and all that. Problem is, he ain't studied up. You feel me? In this age of social media, everybody's a priest. You get on YouTube overnight and get so much information, you don't know, but if you don't got no filter, you don't know what's right information and what's misinformation. Google's not a scholarship, it ain't. You dig? That's what happened to that brother. That brother turned his back on the Most High. You feel me? And I got the email, like straight up. And I was going to post it, but I'm like, I ain't going to post it because it may be some new fresh fish on there that just woke up off his videos, not knowing he's a naysayer. So but the brother said he served his purpose. And then the Most High done with it. Done. Now that's scary. Man, that's scary. If the Most High is ready to cash your chips in, like, look, yeah, I just use you for a certain season. You still going to the lake of fire. That's scary.
May the Lord allow us to continue in this faith and in this walk.
That's right. That's right.
Telling
it's a serious thing.
Man.
You feel me? Some people are denying, like, oh, no, brother, maybe he's just getting his life together. I'm like, look, I know y'all don't know. So, you know, I give some of y'all the benefit of the doubt. I got the email. As long as a mug. He said he ain't want nothing to do with none of that. None of the Bible, Israelite, God of it, nothing. Nothing to do with none of that. I found truth. I'm like, well, hold on. Maybe he finna, okay, what do he got? I'm scrolling. I'm getting my thumb on. What does he got? Like, it's not my job to tell you. Yeah, that means you ain't got nothing. You feel me? You done ran into something, you ain't know how to defend it. And that's why the scriptures say a novice is not supposed to be teaching. Everybody's not a teacher, man.
I was just born. Sometimes you might know what you know. It might not even be all knowledge. You might, and a lot of us ain't meant to be in front of people to talk.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't doing that. You see what I'm saying? But know what you know and know what you know so you don't lose your salvation. Don't get into those type of things. You might argue about the script. You might want to get your truth, but if you know you can't defend your position, stand down and just chill. You know where you at. And if somebody out there say, I think a little different, but y'all go ahead, you know.
But you always have to be in position to defend the truth.
No, I'm saying that everybody
can't your position, but you have to defend the truth. And you can't just let, you know what I'm saying, some Negro walk past, you know what I'm saying, speaking some blasphemy ass shit. You know what I mean?
Jude 1:3.
Yeah.
Verse 21 chapter.
It is what it is, man.
I mean, it's a balance. It's father evil. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's a balance. I mean, somebody just being straight foolish, man. Like, what's my whole thing is what we gain? Like, we trying to gain something.
Yeah, like every battle.
When we in a battle and there's actual active listeners and souls on the line, yeah, you got to jump in. You know what I'm saying? But if it's just niggas that's in the barbershop, getting his hair cut, that Bible, man, God ain't doing shit. Man, what God at right now? Right, God ain't doing
That nigga got him blocking. Man, like, look, even
now you can set up this, and you got people that's really trying to learn the script. He came in here talking that monkey mouth shit. Oh, it's going down.
I'm saying,
let me go get this.
But look,
especially if you call your little brother.
I'm just saying, like you just, as you grow, you have a discerning spirit on what battles to pick and what not to pick.
Right.
Like, I don't, bro, look, I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook lip wrestling with no niggas. Niggas want to argue about if the
keyboard Israelite
nigga, yeah, niggas want to argue who's Esau. I'm just saying.
He thought the keyboard Israelite. He said, I got 200 live video said, he said, work over 1,000.
So what is you talking about?
He said, I ain't keep on this.
I'm like, man, I'm not gonna argue with you, Nick Rose, about. Man, look, is the Earth globe or flat? Man, look, I'm not even getting into this debate. Which one of you niggas finna catch a spaceship to space and look back at it and take a picture? Nobody. So I'm not engaging in that like that. You feel me?
It's not even salvation.
Who's Esau?
Somebody want to argue over if Esau's herbs, even though we can break that off real quick and show you.
Right.
Hey, have at it. If you want to believe Esau's a Saudi Arabian's brother, have at it. I don't. It makes me no difference either way. Like you're arguing over who's going down. They all going down. Hell, like shit, they all going down. The Arabs going down. The white man going down. All of them going down.
All Gentiles don't serve Israel.
That's what I'm saying. So what are you arguing over? You feel me? So it's just certain things when I get on Facebook.
You just be like, man, look, I'm not even finna.
I'm gonna scroll right past that. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this right here. They try to tag you in the comments. I'm not doing that. I'm cool. I don't have time.
Stop doing that.
Yeah.
For real.
And look, and then you bump to the brothers and on there, and they got, I'm talking about a whole book response.
Man.
Niggas response this long. I'm like, bro, I'm nowhere near finna read all that. I'm not finna read all that. I'm not.
Straight up.
Yeah,
Man, I'ma just scribble, bro. Like straight up. It's just some topic you just be like, man, look, stop tagging me in this nonsense, bro. I'm not about to argue, not argue. I'm not gonna argue with you.
Somebody said nobody had a
yeah. I'm not even gonna
So soon as Christ pulled out the scrolls of Isaiah, he made that up.
Bible though.
Right.
Yeah. It went. I'm just saying that. But you got somebody that's trying to be politically correct.
Right.
So I'm not arguing with that. You feel me? It wasn't called the Bible, but you're right. I'm gonna have that. But
I can't speak for all y'all. I know for a fact me and Natalie had to talk many times. And y'all have heard it in part. If you can't prove Christ without the Old Testament, your Christ ain't the talking.
boom.
Well, you should be able to debate from scriptures straight. Look, a non-Messianic should have no one.
Man.
Oh, I don't let them off the map. Man. I'm currently in a blitzkrieg against them right now. That's what it is.
You get what I'm saying?
Done.
And the only thing in the New Testament is it's a witness. I'm saying, so you got the law, the testimony, you got the witness.
That's right. Shaul say he was banging it from morning to evening, Acts 28.
And look, they went in to read it out of the Torah tonight. They wasn't opening up Matthew through Revelation.
No. So they was Torah only as well.
Torah only Messianic Israelites. Torah only Messianic Israelites.
Sect of the Nazarenes.
Sect of the right they was living.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's just a testimony. But look, to be honest with you, there's many more testimonies after that could be written and added. You know what I'm saying? Others Israel went through that could be profitable for us learning on this third journey while we're here.
Like
today you call it a novel.
Yeah.
You know, certain books you read, certain things that's being written that's actually dealing with us as a nation from a national point of view, an Israelite national point of view. Some I would say that could be profitable scripture. You know,
hey, like think about this. Like we living in the days of the mark of the beast. Right? Prophesied 2,000 years ago. So the fact that some of us decided to write it down, like we do in some of our songs and our raps, like I'm never take the mark of the beast. You know what I'm saying? Like you're writing about prophecy that's fulfilling in your lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Does that make what you writing invalid? Of course not.
And look, that make a little more sense than saying your sons and daughters shall prophesy.
Yeah.
I mean, just tripping off of that. It's in their music. That's how they are. That's the way they speak.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right, so look.
None for you, bro.
Where we at, Aki?
We in Matthew 13. Sight. We in Matthew 13.
They said a boy eating shrimp.
Right,
y'all know better than that.
Call it roach butter.
Hey, man. You ain't right there, Bob.
Right. One of them he's like, see?
Bro, ain't anyone knows in the crowd. They like, see?
Right.
Judah called on. Yeah, boy, you
Man.
From the joke. All right, where we at, Hebrew?
Matthew 13.
Let's get it done. Matthew 13, so verse 1.
The book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 1. The same day went Jesus out of the house and sat by the seaside, and great multitudes were gathered together unto him, so that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore.
Now, trip off of it. He going to a ship to teach. You got multitudes standing on the shore. So he couldn't have been speaking like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? But he had to be speaking with some major authority to go into a ship, go out into the little river a little taste, you know what I'm saying? And then speak to the people.
Minus microphones.
No microphones, no wireless mics, no surround sound speakers, right? Let you know with authority how he was speaking and commanding, teaching, right? All right, what it say?
Verse 3, 11 to Micaiah. And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Verse 5. Some fell upon stony places, where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no depthness of earth. Verse 6. And when the sun was up, they were scorched. And because they had no roots, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. But other fell into good ground and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold.
And which our people could relate to, because we were what's called a husbandman, which is a form. A husband is someone that plants seeds. My hubby, my husband, he's someone that plants seeds. You know what I'm saying? So on your way to plant seeds, some of them seeds will fall out your satchel. Some will fall by the wayside. Some will fall on stony places, thorns. Then some would make it to good ground. Like that's your intention while you want to plant seeds. You want your seed to take root in fertile ground. But on your way, look at him smiling. But on your way, seeds are popping out your satchel. You feel me? Every seed that you carry to fertile ground don't make it. Right. That's the whole point. All right.
Verse 9. Who have ears to hear, let him hear.
Yeah.
For that now.
Keep going.
Okay. All right. Verse 10. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables?
Good question. Come on.
He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven.
He said, unto you, the disciples who I chose, I gave you the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. Why you speak to them in parables? Because I gave you the mysteries. But what is a mystery? What's a mystery? Y'all get it. What's a mystery, y'all?
Mystery is something that is you don't know. Like you gotta figure it out. In short words, hidden.
There you go. It's something that needs to be searched out.
Hidden truth.
Yeah. The mystery. We say, I gave you the mystery. How he talking though? How he talking? How he talking?
I got a little fuzz on top, man. I'm making it come back.
But like the bro said, hidden truth, but something that need to be searched out so it can be revealed. We told the disciples, I didn't gave y'all the mystery. To what? To the kingdom of heaven. That's major.
And it should be bearing fruit.
Yeah, I done gave y'all the mysteries. Whatever you needed to search out to find out the mysteries about what's coming, I gave it to y'all. What else to say?
It says, He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
But to them it is not given.
But to them it is not given. So the mysteries ain't given to everybody. See? The mysteries of the kingdom of heaven ain't given to everybody. It's only given to a few. All right, that's the truth. So you should count yourself blessed that you know a little something. The little that we know, we should be thanking the Most High for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a light thing. You straight got the jewels to cash into the kingdom. The little that we know, we don't even know much. But the little that we know, that's major league.
That's right.
Because the richest banking family in the world can't buy what you got. You can't buy mysteries. You can't buy them. They got to be given to you because you were diligent. You got to be chosen to receive. All right, that's major right there. But even though you may have lint in your pocket, it may be a little more month than money. You know what I'm saying? You may be living from paycheck to paycheck, right? What you got, they can't buy. So what you got is invaluable. It's priceless. It's what's called priceless.
That's right.
Right? So never look at this truth like you insignificant out here. The fact that you in the truth and know the truth, major. Yeah. You're exactly right. They want your input reports. They want to jack your melanin about all them organs. Yeah. Them heathens know what they doing. Melanin sells for more than any drug on the market right now. A gram. There ain't a drug on the market sale for that. We ain't talking about we ain't talking about an ounce. Yeah, he talking all that, but you know, whatever. But I'm saying we ain't talking about an ounce. We talking about a gram. We talking about something you do like this, like you pick up with the tip of your finger. Between $375 and $450 a gram. You ain't got a drug on the market sale for that. So you're walking God, like you're walking gold, actually. Black gold. All right, what else to say?
Verse 12.
Yeah.
For whosoever have to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever have not, from him shall be taken away, even that he has.
So when that day, if you ain't got what the Most High, like Most High gonna say, run them pockets when he see you. What you got for him?
Run them pockets.
What you got for him? You ain't got nothing. You know how you owe somebody some money. And you hit your pockets knowing you ain't got nothing in there. Like, what you got for him?
Gonna be old Michael over there.
I'm just saying. If you
Pete went out, he'll get to the king. He was running the pot.
Ooh, I pray I'm stacked.
Hey,
They know I'm empty in the finances, but I'm rich in spirit.
Yeah, I pray I'm stacked. I know you ain't looking for no big head Ben Franklin. That heathen over there roasting.
The heathen over there roasting.
He over there roasting in the lake of fire.
Barbecue.
I hope you ain't looking for that. I ain't nowhere near gonna make it. But you know, if it's heavenly riches, y'all willing, I'm there. I will say.
Verse 13. Therefore speak I to them in parable.
Yeah.
Because they seeing, they seeing, see not.
Yeah.
And hearing they hear not. Neither do they understand.
So he speaks to them in parables because they don't understand. They may see what's going on, but can't see. They may hear what's going on, but really can't hear it. But if you can't see it and you can't hear it, you can't understand really what's going on in front of you. That happens all the time. You be right in the midst of something finna go down, don't even recognize what's about to go down. So we say, that's why I speak to them in parables. You got the mysteries, they don't, so I got to speak to them in parables. I got to basically dumb it down a level so they can get it. You see what I'm saying? Let's read it, bro.
Verse 14.
Yeah.
And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive. For this people's heart is waxed gross.
This people's mind, heart is lab in Hebrew, or lave, it means your mind. Your mind is waxed or grown gross, grotesque. What else to say?
It says, for this people's heart is waxed gross.
Yeah.
And their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand their heart, and should be converted, and I shall heal them.
So the understanding means you can be healed. If you don't have the understanding, it means you're sick.
Right.
You're sick. You know what I'm saying? The wrong understanding can make you spiritually sick out here. You could miss the kingdom. If you understand, you could be healed. You can be converted, meaning repent, mind turned on the right path, and you can be healed from your sickness. All right, what else to say?
Verse 16.
Yeah.
But blessed are your eyes, but they see.
Yeah.
And your ears, but they hear.
That's for everybody in here and all our brothers and sisters that we know around the world that have some bit of truth. That
with us.
You feel me? Like, blessed are your eyes, man. You know, it may seem like nothing right now. You know, you're getting talked about, mocked. He's a black Jew, girl. You know, whatever they call you. He's in a cult. He's, you know, he's radical. You know what I'm saying? Any of that. Any of that. Like, it may seem like you're insignificant now, but hey, the have-nots are way better than those that have right now. When the system collapses and it goes under the caste society, everybody's scrambling, you feel me, and committing suicide, you're already used to it. You've been in a recession since 1619. You've been in a recession. What you mean there's a recession going on? And, you know, the debt ceiling need to get raised. It's going to be a government shutdown. That's been what it is for us since we arrived here. You've been in a recession. All right, what else to say?
Verse 18.
Yeah.
Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then come the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart.
Y'all hear that? See, so he gonna break down this whole parable. If you hear the word but you don't understand, like how many people you done spoke to since you done understood a little bit and they didn't understand?
I just recently had somebody tell me, help my gospel rap, God and real.
Yes.
I just slashed him up with 1,000 scriptures.
Yeah.
He laughed.
Oh.
I'm telling him, you know, we're going to be saved. The last double cast still, our people going to be
redeemed. Yeah, that's right.
And so he told me I'm worried. How am I worried about saying you going to be saved?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I ain't got nothing to say to
Yeah.
you.
And get this. And get this. You know what I'm saying? As we reading here, this is somebody, you know what I'm saying, they get we give them the understanding, they don't understand it, and they say that wicked one comes. So it's like, man, you gave dude the truth, but let's just say he didn't really understand what you're saying, but then here come grandma ops. You just don't know what they talking about. Yeah, maybe you right. A wicked one that came and took away that little bit that was on his heart, on his mind. And now it's gone now.
Not only that, he shoot.
Yeah. They let you know the spiritual war that we actually are in. Because it may be the big mama, it may be the homeboy. Yeah. You ain't gotta listen to them niggas. You feel me? Like,
say it again, bro.
Yeah, but you don't understand that. Like, you understand that the wicked one is using them to straight cast doubt in that person's mind. Like, this is straight spiritual war that we are in, no doubt. So we say, if you hear the word, understand it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. Right? What kind of person is that?
It says, when we get
verse 19.
Yeah, verse 19. It says, when anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then come the wicked one, catcheth away that which was sown in his heart.
Yeah.
This is he which receives seed by the wayside.
Remember, the parable was about a sower going to sow seed. Some fell by the wayside. So in your life, when you out here breaking off the word, right, and you spit the word, they don't understand it, and the evil one come and catch that which was sown in their heart. You can look at that person and say that's someone that received seed by the wayside.
You let the devil, Satan, get to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's a lot of our people. The majority of the people you run into gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be someone. Majority of the people you run into gonna be someone that don't make it to good ground.
Yeah. And even to like what we own, since we own that parable, these two verses here, Mark 4 and 14. The sower soweth the word. Like when we plant the seed, giving them the word. It says, and these that are by the wayside, where the word is sown, so those that we giving them truth to, in other words. It says, but when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately, and taketh away the word which was sown in their hearts. See that? So when you bring out that truth, guess when Satan coming? Immediately. He coming immediately. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They be like, yeah, here comes somebody. Think about it. We go on the street. There's always that one knucklehead Negro that think he knows something, want to come up and not argue. He want to argue. That's what I'm saying. He want to argue with you. Who wrote the Bible? And, you know,
the white man.
Straight up.
King James.
You read the King James version?
King James was a faggot. Yeah. He was a white faggot that believed in demons, that worshiped demons. Did he write demonology? I'm like, have y'all read the book?
Yeah.
I got the book. Have you read it?
Right.
You feel me? Demonology means study of demons.
Right.
In his book, he was quoting all scriptures, showing the fact that there are demons, that are dark spirits that inhabit people. He wasn't in there talking about he worshiped demons or none of that. Right. So you see again, another Facebook post. Same one who wrote the Bible. Well, King James didn't write the Bible. He had authorized to be translated. Wrote this, and it say demonology. You know how many people stop reading the Bible because they see that Facebook post? Yeah. You feel me? You ain't even understanding what demonology just means study of demons. Right. Right? Let me read that book and see what it's about. And when you read the book, he and her quoting all scriptures showing his people, because some people didn't believe there was such thing as dark spirits. You know what I'm saying? Evil spirits that inhabit men. And to prove his point, his main source was the Bible. And look, this was before he even had the Bible translated, showing you the Bible been around before he even had it translated into English.
The book was published in 1597. So, like, for example, when I be dealing with this little knucklehead Negroes, you know, I did that video, King James on Trial.
Yeah, no doubt.
Documentary. No doubt. And in the documentary, I was saying, let's just say we're going to look at it from your perspective. Let's just say he did. You know what I'm saying? In 1597. My question is it possible that this man could have repented from his sins and then turned from it and then had the Bible authorized to be translated in year 1611? Think about some of the stuff you did 14 years that you ain't so proud of. Right. So if we're going to look at it from that perspective, is it possible? I mean, just one shot of a doubt is possible that he could have turned from that. If you say yeah, then stand down then and hear what we got to say about him then. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to look at it from that perspective, which ain't the truth.
Right, it ain't even the truth.
It ain't even the truth.
Read, you be like, man, this brother was a diehard follower of the Messiah. Man, he was banging.
The Basilica Duran?
Yeah.
Come on now.
They don't read.
Yeah.
Majority of people that straight up don't read it. Somebody tells them, don't read this book of serious Bible.
Yeah.
And they re-quote that.
Yeah. Like
I travel with it, a little taste.
That's right.
We get her done. They ain't probably playing no game. There ain't no white boy right there.
Nah.
I see that. He look like my uncle. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got an uncle named Willie. He look just like Willie.
And here go his relative.
Shout out to Willie. You feel me?
And here go his relative, King Charles.
Yeah.
Who was known as the Black Boy.
The Black Boy Inn. Google it.
That's right.
Google the Black Boy Inn. His face on the Black Boy Inn. It's a hotel over in Europe.
Yep.
In England. That's King James the 6th and the 1st right there, man.
Yeah.
Straight bruh. He wasn't no white boy or he wasn't no faggot. He was a straight bruh. He had 9 children with his wife.
By Annie of Denmark.
And told us his son, hold that picture up again.
Yeah.
He told him in Basilica and Duran, there are crimes that you never forgive.
The bound and conscious never to forgive.
One of them was being a sodomite.
Yeah.
You know?
This one is called The Negro Question, Part 6 in 6 volumes by Lee Cummings. And it says the 13th Black Colonies. You know what I'm saying? I go in and talk about this in my documentary. It's on YouTube. It's called King James on Trial. It's long as ever, but it's worth it though. You know what I'm saying? It's long. You guys know me. You know, I'm gonna make them 3 days long. Yeah. But it's worth it though.
But hey, the brother's very, very articulate with it and scrupulous. But this right here is called King James the 6th and the 1st and the Reunion of Christendom by Cambridge. Studies in early modern British history. That's a bro right there, man.
Zephaniah on there.
Straight T, bro. That's a straight brother. Y'all got it twisted thinking it's something it ain't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
His name's James Charles Stewart, and the average Negro who talk about him don't even know, first and foremost, there was more than one King James. About 7 of them. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna use this argument, how are you saying that King James? First of all, what was King James' real name? They don't even know. They just make these arguments and repeat what they heard somebody else say. That's true.
That's true.
Let's
get into it,
get
man.
too far off that.
It's all good.
Yeah.
You know? The nation need to see that.
Yeah.
Y'all reading the white man's book. No, he's not.
Yeah. Oh, sis, write down the Negro Question Part 4 too. It's known as the missing link. You know what I'm saying? That's going into how we ruled and dominated Europe. Man, the is right here.
Yeah.
This is right here with King James right here. Yeah. There he is right there.
Yeah.
You know
Sis don't be playing. Sis gonna order it.
Yeah.
She don't play no game.
Yeah. I'm gonna read this first quick prayer if you don't mind.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay. It says this on page 8 of the Negro Question Part 4. It says, I know that this image of a black King James can be a little confusing because of your Western education. But this is the truth that is known by the rich and the elite in the world. And then it says, that was the reason I pardoned all of the English historians and professors before I got into the bowels of this book, because before he got to this page, he was giving testimonies of historians and people in Europe that was attested, saying that the people of Europe were dark people, saying, tell how hype they was, how they hair looked and everything.
And it's many books, man, like Ancient and Modern Brits, Nature Knows No Color Line.
But David McRitchie.
Yeah, Sex and Race.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
Jay
I got a
Rogers.
whole bunch about Jay Rogers. I got a whole bunch of books at the crib. Go right into it.
Huh? That's the brother, him, man, had me start building my book collection.
Yeah, Negro, man, look, our people ruled every continent on this planet. Huh?
So it says, I had to get your mind ready to receive the truth. King James came from a long line of black Scottish Stuart kings.
Right.
343 years of rulership in Scotland. Now check this part out. This is the part I wanted. The Stuarts, because remember King James' last name is Stuart, which comes from what swallows means dark or black. So it say the Stuarts not only ruled in Scotland, they ruled France, Spain, Ireland, and England, Britain, and Wales.
All right.
King James was able to rule all of these lands because all of these people were of Iberian or black descent. They were the same people. Yeah, I'm gonna stop it there because just watch the documentary King James on track.
Yeah, bro, go into deep detail and pull all them books. You feel me? Any books you can pull, look them up on Amazon.
Yeah.
A lot of them, they started to skyrocket in price.
Yeah.
We started buying them before everybody got, before a big rush started hitting.
Like that book Judea Trembles on the Wrong we got? That book go up to 10 grand now.
I got it at the crib.
Yeah, it go up to 10 grand,
Is it?
bro. Up to
I ain't
10
selling.
grand.
I'm not selling.
I ain't selling it.
I got mine at the crib.
Man. Because
I got mine for $20 when I first got it.
And look.
Judea Trembles on the Wrong.
Judea Trembles on the Wrong. Yeah. And
by Rudolph Windsor.
Yeah.
I ain't selling.
The other book we got, the Basilicon Duron and Free Law Monarchy.
Yeah.
That book right now is like $3 grand online. Yeah. Nope. Not selling it.
I got that deal for like $15.
Hey, Brew right here. That's right. He said King James was related to Kenneth the Niger. Now remember, Niger comes from the word black. Acts 13:1.
Somebody call you nigga.
It says AKA Kenneth Duck, right? Was for Dublin. Hey, he going in. He talked about he just said from Dublin, Ireland was named, because remember the capital of Ireland is Dublin, which means black. And in this book that we just got done reading, it's on page 41. What are you talking about? That's right, bro.
Where we at? But look, that's all type of history out there, man. It's real easy.
What's the name of the book?
Which one? Judea Trembles on the Wrong. That's the one we were just talking about. And check it out on Amazon.
I got that at the crib, baby.
Yeah, because you remember when I first told you to jack the price up, you was like, "No, bro, you get it for cheap." I'm like, "No, bro,
yeah.
no."
I'm, I found out about all them books 12 years ago, boy. I started buying all of them.
I'm playing catch up.
Let me get that.
I'm playing catch up.
All of them was cheap then. Yeah, all of them was cheap then.
Hey, but Nehemiah and them sent me a list of books. I went and got them all. I went and got them all.
Yeah,
I'm playing catch
that's
up.
when that brew he used to come to class with his rolling suitcase.
Straight up. And I still told it around. Which one?
Judaism.
Yeah, look up the other copies. That's when you
I mean,
first
that's still hellish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
look up for a new copy.
and
look up you.
What's the name of that book? Lost Tribes in the Promised Land.
Oh yeah.
Man, that sucker like $5-6 grand now.
Yeah.
Like all these books we got.
copies.
I got that book for $40 back in the day.
$9.77 right now.
Which one?
Judaism.
Look up for a new copy instead of the new or used.
This you.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Now look up new, yeah.
All right, come on, Hebrews. Get it.
It says verse 18. It says, "Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word,"
Mike over there like,
yeah, that book is expensive.
Mike over there like, what?
Yeah.
We just have to go copy him. We'll copy him and get him. All right, go ahead, Hebrews.
It says, verse 18. We're in Matthew 13, y'all. Verse 18. It says, "Hear ye the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which receives seed by the wayside.
That's right.
But he that receives seed unto stony places, the same he which heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it." That's what? Oh yeah, dog.
Yeah.
That's the truth right there.
Anon means immediately. Like you hear the word, you immediately receive it. Nigga, shalom, Hebrew. All right, I hear you. Like about this. Like where everybody was all amped about Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
And all these other cats, Kodak Black. I'm like, we was on the radio. I was like, look, we'll see, man. Like, you stop bragging about somebody finding out they Israel. How about you hollering when they started doing it? You feel me? They go through all the hellfire missiles and all that. They go through all this ups and downs and rejection. Holler at me in a couple years and see if they fire still on. You feel me? I don't be amped about all that, man. Like Chingy in St. Louis found out he was an Israelite. 2 seconds later, he denied it.
2 seconds.
He made him a song and then denied it.
Yeah, I check out that Judah. I got a song called Judah.
Yeah, King Judah.
King Judah.
But then I'm saying, so a lot of our people get emotional with that. Like, as soon as you heard somebody found out they was Israelite, you start rejoicing. You know what I'm saying? Then be coming right at you. Holler when there's some endurance go down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That fiery trial. Yeah. Come on, bro.
All right, it says, verse 20, "But he that receives seed into stony places, the same as he which heareth the word, and with anon with joy receiveth it. Yet he have not root in himself." That's
that brother that was in for 6 months, made powerful videos and all that. You feel me? Then fell off. You know what I'm saying? That Yerushalayim cat. Come on, Hebrew. He received it in stony places. He had no root in himself. Soon as somebody throw you a question, you can't handle. Out of here.
Soon as throw you a question.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be the problem. You ain't got to answer it right then and there. You can say, "Let me get back with you."
That's right. Yeah. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 21. "Yet he have not root in himself, but do it for a while."
He endured for a while.
But when tribulation or persecution arise, because of the word.
Because of what?
Because of the word.
Come on.
By and by, he is offended.
Tribulation come, people get to mocking, people stop liking you, your breath stink, you ain't got no money.
Oh no, I ain't signing for all that.
The scripture says you will be hated for my name's sake.
That's right.
You already know what's going to happen.
You make it friends.
Sowing and application of what you're doing.
Verse 22. "He also that receives seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world, and the care of this world, and the deceivableness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful."
Tell me the carnal pleasures of this life. That's somebody that receives seed amongst thorns. I've seen plenty of them brothers come and go too over the years.
Shorty don't eat
You know
books,
what I'm saying? Shorty can't eat no books, B.
Right.
You feel me? I'm back to the money.
Get to the money.
I done seen that so many times. You know what I'm saying? But that's because the carnal pleasures, right? Woman talking crazy, burning a hole in the side of his face, babies in Pampers. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you go through it, man. Like you first coming to the strip, man, all type of hell break loose. You lose jobs, family members. You lose your fame, all type of stuff. Especially with somebody that was in the streets. People loved you, and you know what I'm saying, man. You start seeing they only loved you for what you was able to provide.
Right.
As soon as the liquor ain't getting poured no more, and the blunt stop getting hit, and
you ain't entertaining them like
you know what I'm saying. Like you just like, I got lint in my pocket, but you know you feel good on the inside because you straight like, man, look, man, I'm gaining understanding every day, all praises. You understand? But it takes a strong individual to know that. Like if you step into the scripture, 1 foot in the world, 1 foot in the scripture, you're gonna fall off. You gotta let that go. You gotta let that go. You can't even play with the streets and the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, you straight fall clean off if you don't lose your life behind. Like real talk. So that these are those that receive seed amongst thorns.
That's right.
Thorns choke the word, you become unfruitful. Do not even bear no fruit. What good are you? What did the Messiah do to the fig tree? It ain't had no figs.
Oh, look, can I read it real quick?
Yeah, please do.
Matthew chapter 7 and verse 19. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruits is hewn down and cast into the fire.
See? So if you ain't bringing forth fruit, you chop down, you're useless. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't, like if your whole purpose is to bear fruit. The knowledge that you got, the seed that was planted is supposed to be fruitful. It's supposed to be a fruition happening. You're supposed to be bearing fruit. If you ain't bearing no type of fruit, what good are you for the kingdom? You feel me? What good are you if you ain't bearing fruit? When the Messiah ran across the fig tree on his way into Jerusalem and it didn't have no figs, he cursed the fig tree. He cursed it. Made no more figs grow on you. And the tree withered away. The disciples was like, dang. Like, how quick it is with the Messiah, what you just do? And he cursed the tree. Like, look, you ain't, if I come to you when I'm hungry and you a fig tree, but there's no figs, you ain't serving your purpose. You see what I'm saying? And so that should be a message to everybody up in here. Like, man, look, your whole purpose is to be fruitful with this knowledge.
Check it,
So that's why it ain't never, I'm gonna say, it's never a problem with anybody. Like, especially when we on Facebook, I see brothers and sisters dropping jewels. You feel me? Holding certain brothers and sisters' feet to the fire. What y'all doing? Wake up. You know what I'm saying? That's good. But you supposed to be doing that. You supposed to be trying the spirits of your people to make sure they ain't milquetoast. They ain't in slipper mode. You know what I'm saying? They shoes ain't off with they feet ain't up with their shoes off, ready to snooze off. Wake up. Feel me? This thing about to blow and y'all around here still and y'all feelings about what? Nothing. You ain't bearing no fruit. And if you're unfruitful, he just read it.
You're going to die.
Your end is chop him on down and put he's firewood.
So tag him back. Get him out of here.
Go ahead, bro. Yes.
Matthew 5:13, real quick. You are the salt of the earth. But if the salt have lost its savior, wherewith shall it be salted? It is then therefore good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men.
See that? So if salt has lost its saltiness, its savor, its flavor, you know, good. Israel is the salt of the earth. You the heartbeat of the universe. Everybody want to be you, but don't want to be you. You feel me? But if you done lost your flavor, you only good for the dung here. If you a tree that ain't burning no fruit, you only good for firewood. That's a scare everybody. I'm aiming to be fruitful.
Man.
You feel me? To fall on good ground and spread so much seed that, hey, you know, that's your testimony in that day. You know what I'm saying? How many people y'all done ran into in the truth? Well, not even in the truth. How many people you done ran into and say, oh, man, I've been on that.
Right.
You feel me? Like, nigga, I done known you my whole life. You ain't never said nothing. Matter of fact, how I seen you act, don't reflect nothing about what we supposed to be talking about. Nothing. You feel me? That's a dangerous spirit to be in. I've been known that, but you ain't fruitful. You ain't telling nobody nothing. You see? All right, come on, bro. Finish it out.
Verse 23.
Yeah.
But he that receiveth seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word and understandeth it.
Yeah.
Which also beareth fruit and bringeth forth some 100-fold.
So he hear it, he understands it, and then he puts it into action. You see, he's fruitful. He hears the word, he takes it in, and not just hearing somebody just singing something you don't understand. He understands what he just took in, and now he put it in action. Start bearing fruit. All right, go ahead.
Some 100-fold,
yeah.
Some 60,
yeah.
Some 30.
Beautiful. You see that? And that's what we should be aiming to do. All right, we're going to finish off that Matthew 13, but go to Luke 19 for me. All right, 12, start around 12, last one, 7. Now, trip off this. Again, the whole thing is accountability. You don't have the truth to sit on. That's not what you got it for. You don't have the truth to brag about what day the Sabbath day is. Right? Then you find out what day the Sabbath day is. You don't eat no pork no more. You know, you keep you a few feast days. You figure you made it. Wrong answer again. Wrong again. That's what OG told Daniel on the radio. Wrong again. OG was tripping, man. I was bugging him. I said, damn, boy, he was on you. OG said, wrong again.
We served him up like a brother.
Yeah, that boy. Daniel was so expert with that sword. Served him. Had him getting up, leaving the station, going to take a break outside. Like, yeah, that's Daniel Solomon, boy.
Let me get this real quick.
That's Master Splinter.
Straight up.
You got caught slipping. Somebody he wrong again. Boy, Daniel hit you with some boy. You say, boy, every time I looked up, OG was getting up, going out the door. Yeah, you ain't got no answer, do you? Yeah, I gotta go think about that.
Right.
What you got out?
Sirach 20 and 30. Yeah. Or Ecclesiastes. Wisdom that is hid and treasure that is hoarded up, what profit is in them both? Better is he that hideth his folly than a man that hideth his wisdom.
That's right. That's right. Right? Better is a man that hide his folly than a man that hide his wisdom.
So if you sit here and got wisdom and you ain't sharing it, you just storing it up, you ain't gaining nothing. It's better for you to hide your foolishness than to hide your wisdom. You know, Proverbs 1 say, wisdom what? Crieth without. She uttered her voice in the streets. Straight up.
Yeah, man.
What are you doing?
Luke 19.
Yeah, Luke 19, I'm starting 10. For the Son of Man is come to seek and save that which was lost. And as they heard these things, he added and spake a parable because he was near to Jerusalem. And because they thought that the kingdom of God should immediately appear. Verse 12. And he said, therefore, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom.
Sound like the Messiah, right? Did he say, I go to prepare a place for you? All right, so he's speaking about a parable, about him leaving and him coming back, reckoning with his servants.
A certain nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return. And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds.
10 pounds, meaning money. Not, you know, some Negroes get corn. Nigga, pounds, nigga!
Right.
Pounds! So Messiah said we can slang. He ain't what he talking about, man. He's talking about money.
He gave you the truth.
Right.
You got the keys to the kingdom.
That's right.
Understand? You got the mysteries to the kingdom of heaven. He gave it to you. All right? Go ahead, bro.
And said unto them, occupy till I come.
No, I've been on that.
Occupy till I come.
I don't feel like doing that today.
And he said unto them,
Yeah.
occupy till I
That's an
come.
order. You've been ordered. You got the truth. You've been told to occupy. You remember that movement back in the day, Occupy Wall Street? I mean, it's that serious. It took Occupy Wall Street very serious because they seen like the collapse, the financial collapse of their government coming. Can't duck it. So they decided to what? They're going to start sitting in and occupying Wall Street. Besides, I said, occupy till I come. You got this truth, put it to work. Put your hand to the plow.
That's right.
Occupy till I show back up, right? Come on.
And he said unto them, occupy till I come.
Done.
But the citizens hated him and sent a message after him saying, we will not have this man to reign over us.
That's that non-messianic vibration. You heard that today. He ain't king. His story made up. You understand? Like that's this right here should scare 89. That's why they don't read the New Testament. It's a stir 'em. You feel me? Because it don't take a rocket scientist to see he talking about himself. He's the nobleman that went to a foreign country to receive the kingdom, delivered his servants his truth, his message, and told them, occupy till I come. But everybody didn't accept it. You understand? We ain't gonna have this man rule over us. Let's read, bro.
Verse 15. And it came to pass that when he was returned, having received the kingdom, then he commanded these servants to be called unto him, to whom he had given the money, that he might know how much every man had gained by trading.
So what you get out of that? That you're gonna be what? Hell what? Accountable. Accountability with what the Most High gave you. You don't got the truth just to say, nah, nah, boo-boo.
Straight up.
Right.
Yeah. And to add to what, like, for example, you know, when you first taught this lesson, you know what I'm saying, some years back, you asked a question. You were saying, basically, in a nutshell, why did the Most High give you the truth? I mean, you of all people, why he give you the truth? Because he knew what? He trusted that you was going to share that truth.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But keep in mind, if you ain't sharing the truth, you ain't good for nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, straight up.
I always remember many are called, but few are chosen, right?
That's right.
Many get called for the interview, but only who get the job.
Man.
Only one person get the job. You understand? So you don't have this to play around with. That's something our people got a problem. To this day, we love to play. You feel me? Love to play and act like the Most High gonna, you know, play double dutch with you. A hopscotch. This right here say, when he show back up, where my servants at? Open them books up. What you done did, what I get? Run them pockets. What you got for them? Boy, that should scare everybody. You feel me? And it's true about how many times you went lackadaisical. You got lazy in the spirit. You knowing he's showing back up, like what you got for him. Like watch some of them old mafia movies and somebody come short on them books. Watch the movies. Why I love watching movies like that because it let you know, like, look, if man can hold you accountable. Feel me? With they little big head Ben Franklins, what you think the Most High gonna be doing in that day? Think his son gonna be doing in that day? You feel me? You got the truth, and your whole spirit is what I've been on that. That ain't nothing.
I've been on that, dog.
What you say? Oh, yeah, been on that. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 16.
Yeah.
Then came the first, saying, Lord, or Master, your pound have gained 10 pounds.
So what you gave me, I was what? With it. I was what? What do you call it? What do he do with that? Increase, or what's another word for that? Well, y'all thinking.
See, we got the hood up in here.
We thinking carnally. But what we've been reading about, what about the tree that bear what? So he was fruitful. You know what I'm saying? He was fruitful. He received 1 pound and increased it to 10 pounds. He was fruitful. Feel me? The truth he got, he spread it and gained more souls.
He was going in
10 times. He 10 times his Lord's money. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 17. And he said unto him, well, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful in a very little, have thou authority over 10 cities.
You see that? You 10 times my money. Well, okay, have authority over 10 cities. Rulership getting handed out to Israel in that day, to its faithful elect. Rule 10 cities. The earth is yours. You're gonna be ruling the earth.
That's right.
Like walk around like
Yeah. That's how I actually.
That's how we.
Actually, that's how I operate now.
Hey, me too. Hey,
I walk up in the store. I probably ain't got a dime in my pocket. I walk up in that deal like I straight.
I own this place.
You feel me?
Straight up.
Yeah. Good job. I'll give you a raise one day.
Right. Or me being petty, you fired.
Yeah. Yeah, I might give you a raise one day.
You said that's you.
Hey, keep up the good work.
You fired. Oh, y'all is fired. Is fired.
Yeah, they smell it. They smell it. You don't walk in timid. Like, look, people smell all types of stuff. They smell your fear. Yeah, how timid you are, your head down. He ain't no threat. You walk in, boy, like, hey, you got the world on your shoulders. Hey, you mess around, be getting stuff for free and everything. Shoot that. What's going on? Yeah, I've had it happen. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've had it happen. I done caught an Arab tripping one of the sisters one time. Not even a sister I knew. I'm saying just some sister we was at right here on Clara and MLK at the little gas station right there. I'm saying that left the crib, ran down there real quick. Arab was in there just trying to talk all hip to the sister, you know, dogging her little taste. Like I aired the whole place out. Aired it out. Who you talking to? And that's a daughter of Zion. She don't know what I'm talking about. I feel me? Right? I'm like, that's a daughter of Zion, right? That's one of my sisters. You dig? And he straightened up so quick, back got straight, like, dang, like, look how bang. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Harried up, backed the stuff up. You feel me? Hey, you over there falling asleep?
That's how he was, huh, bro? That's how he was, huh?
Yeah, that's how he was. Though my bag of stuff up ain't charging none of this. You know what I'm saying? Like straight rep. Like, man, I'm talking to none of my sisters like that. You crazy? That's a daughter of Zion right there. I always come in there. They know me. I can walk in again like I own the place. You feel me? Like he was talking hip. There was some other brothers in there. They just laughing. What's wrong with you, nigga? Like this nigga talking bad to the. You feel me? She don't know no better. She may have not been worth nothing, but nah, you ain't finna get that off of my watch. You know what I'm saying? But when you put them Arabs and any other nations on notice about what it is, they know. They be like, man, yeah, hold on. Feel me? Bag their stuff up, ain't even charge it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, have a good day. See you, daughter of Zion. Remember that.
I wanna please you.
Yeah, walk like you're royalty. You know what I'm saying? Later for all the loud rapping. Like get that together. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right, that's what it is. But that's how you gotta be, man. Put them on notice. That's what's coming. You know what I'm saying? So let's give them early warning. That's it. All right, what else we got?
Verse 18.
Yeah.
And the second came saying, Lord, thy 10 pounds gained 5 pounds. Thy pound have gained 5 pounds.
He lost.
Right.
10 then dropped like 5.
He paid him backwards.
Yeah. So his pound gained 5. He wasn't as fruitful as the first brother, but he was still fruitful. So you ain't got to be in competition with the brother next to you. It ain't about no vainglory and competition. As long as you fruitful. You ain't got to be as fruitful as that next brother as long as you fruitful. Do what the Most High called you to do. Stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying? It show you right here, you ain't even got to be, he ain't have to be 15 or 20. He came 5 less and was still rewarded for it. All right? So that lets you know, don't be in no vain competition. This is not competition. All right? We inspire our brothers to be and sisters to be righteous. All right, come on, Negro.
And he said likewise to him, be thou also over 5 cities.
So as fruitful as he was with the 5, will be over 5 cities. Right? He gonna give you what you can handle. In other words, all right, come on, Negro.
Verse 20.
Yeah.
And another came saying, Lord, behold, here is your pound, which I have kept laid up in a napkin.
Now trip off this. He didn't lose the pound. He ain't like he ain't have nothing for him. He just, for one, he hid his master's money and just gave it right back to him.
He been on that though.
Yeah.
He gotta lose then though.
No, he didn't lose what he got.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. You don't do nothing with it. That's a loss.
Yeah. As we keep reading, yeah. I'm talking about what he was given. He didn't show back up with nothing. He came back with what he got, but it wasn't good enough. Why? Because he wasn't fruitful. That was a stalemate. You had something, but you didn't do nothing with it.
Yeah,
The napkin is anybody you know that's in the truth that'll tell you, I've been on that.
right.
You feel me?
I know.
Is anybody not doing with it? You got it, but you're not doing nothing with it.
It works the same way with money too. Because if you put your money anywhere with some kind of interest, you're gonna get more back. But if you just stick it under a mattress, do nothing with it, the way the money gonna go up, inflation gonna happen. So your money gonna be worth less.
Yeah.
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 So if you do nothing with it, you still gonna come out losing.
Yeah. I feel you. Go ahead.
Verse 21. For I fear thee, because thou art an austere man.
Austere meaning what? Who knows? Austere. A lack of
That's right.
softness. He's a very harsh man.
That's right.
That's what they say about Christ in the Bible, the Messiah. He's an austere man. Not Ned Flanders. Diddly do neighbors, you know.
Right.
Flowers and buttercups.
Angels with pampers.
He's very austere. You gone, she bro? We wrapping up now. We're gonna wrap up in a little. Y'all listen to y'all mama. Boy, put you some pants on when you get to the crib, little joker. Boy,
You almost done about to wrap it up.
little joker. You got a problem or something? You want some? Who you biting your bottom? What's good? What? Man, he got me messed up. Come here, little joker. You better stay there. You biting your lip on me like you want some, little joker. Y'all good? We're gonna wrap up in a few minutes. Y'all listen to y'all mama. Hey Cam, we banging next time I see you, boy. Yeah.
Yahoo, long living king.
Yahoo.
Let's
Finish it off. All right.
All right. It says, for I fear thee,
Yeah.
because thou art an austere man. Thou takest up that which thou layest not down, and reapest that thou didst not sow. Verse 22. And he said to him, out of your own mouth will I judge thee, thou wicked servant.
He called him a wicked servant. Wicked, because he didn't do nothing with his Lord's money.
Lazy.
Come on now.
It says, thou knew that I was an austere man, taking up that I laid not down, and reaping that I did not sow. Wherefore, then givest not thou my money into the bank, that at my coming I might have required my own with usury.
Like that's the bank would be you giving it to somebody that would have been fruitful. You could have gave it to one person that would have been fruitful, and he would have spread that. And that would have been better for you than to just put it in a napkin and hide it.
That's right.
You feel me? That don't even take no effort, man. Feel me? You could have gave it to one brother. Like what you call it, interest, spiritual interest.
Could have broke off the truth. Everybody.
You could have broke off the truth to one brother that would have changed his life, and he would have dedicated his life to the truth. And that would have been better for you than hiding.
Like, yeah.
Go ahead.
Verse 24. And he said unto them that stood by, take from him the pound, and give it to him that have 10 pounds.
Yeah.
And they said unto him, Lord, he have 10 pounds.
They like, he already got 10. What you mean give him more? This is why. Come on.
For I say unto you, that unto everyone which hath shall be given.
Everybody that have something when the Most High show, what you got for them? You got something for them, more will be given to you.
And from him that have not, even he have shall be taken away from him.
Even what he had will be snatched from him. You ain't got nothing for him. The little that you have will be snatched. All right, come on now.
But those my enemies.
But those who?
But those my enemies.
There are enemies to the throne of the Messiah. Period. Point blank in the story. Those my enemies. Go ahead.
Which would not that I should reign over them.
Remember the beginning of the parable. We don't want this man to rule over like these non-messianics out here. Come on, Hebrew.
Bring hither and slay them before me.
That's the judgment for him. Anybody opposing the throne of the Son of God will be slayed right before him. He gonna be giving his servants order, bring him right on over here. Toe tag bag him, bring him right here. You feel me? Get him gone. Right? That sounds like an austere man. And that should put enough fear into anybody that will make you say, you know what, let me make sure I make my calling and election sure out there. You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure I stay steadfast in the movement. Go ahead.
Judy said, tell you that them niggas try to do the thing, you know.
Tony, stop clowning.
Shalom, sis.
Yeah, Tony over here clowning, man. You supposed to be up here. What you doing?
You're supposed to be here.
You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Mina on there too. We on your head.
Yeah.
And everybody else who's supposed to be up here, man. It's
all
good.
The days I'm finally here. You in no show.
Yeah. But it's all good, man. Shout out to our sister Ursha, you know what I'm saying, for letting us come through.
Yeah.
I got Jan, sister. Definitely appreciate it. Right on for the brothers coming through. Let this not be y'all last time, man. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all be doing it on Wednesday?
No, Fridays from here on out.
Yeah, sister brought the chicken, even I don't eat that.
We gonna bring the Shabbat on in.
Yeah,
he
We ain't changing the door.
We done brought some chicken.
Get that way for sure fried rice.
Oh, no shrimp fried rice, man. But look, with that being said, all praise to the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
That's right.
Now the glory of his only begotten beloved Son, long live the King. 2017 year to push, strap up a backup, man.
That's right.
All praise to the Most High. Yahoo!
Yahoo! We out.